How's it going, YouTube? E30NJ, day after Thanksgiving. I thought I'd make a video. I was looking around on the internet last night and I saw that there were no videos on what things to look out for before you buy a BMW E30. So I thought I'd make a video today on what to look out for and check before you go and buy one of these, because believe me, you do not want to make the same mistakes I made. So here you go. To start off, you want to get in the car and open up the hood. This is where you can do a detailed inspection of the engine. The first place to really look would be the valve cover. The gasket does deteriorate over time. My gasket by Victor Reigns was $25 and took me half an hour to install. The next place to check would be all the intake lines as well as the air filter. These do break down, as well as the intake boot because it is rubber and will dry rot. Make sure that it has no cracks, and if it does have a crack, buy a new one. Do not try taping it. While you're in the engine bay, you also want to look at the air conditioning unit. This system runs on R12 refrigerant and is not easy to find or fix. These systems are better left alone than to retrofit with R134A, but if you need it, you can do it. It's just a very, very expensive job. The last place to check in the engine bay is the power steering unit. These systems are notorious for leaking. My reservoir is slightly cracked and will need to be replaced. It costs about $20 and takes an hour to install. Now get under the car and check underneath the transmission. Right about there, you may see an oil leak. If you do, you're in a bit of trouble. That's the rear main seal, and it involves taking out the shifter, the drive shaft, the transmission, and this is what a rear main seal can do inside of a transmission, as well as the clutch, flywheel, and pressure plate. All in all, you do not want a car with a broken rear main seal. That's what the seal looks like, and it mounts itself to the engine. Had I not done the labor with a friend, I probably would have spent about $3,000 to have it done professionally. So believe me, don't get one of these cars with a broken rear main seal. While you're checking for a broken rear main seal, you also want to check if it has any exhaust leaks. The pipes before the cat converter can be pretty expensive, as well as the catalytic converter. On these cars, the cat converter lasts pretty long time. I had my muffler replaced and it costed me about $150. Just to show you my muffler, this one is original OEM BMW. You can get other systems such as catbacks and aftermarkets, but I find that sometimes they do choke these engines, so be careful which one you buy. Now get inside your car and check the power window buttons. If you have the hand crank, this doesn't apply to you, but the power buttons do break down over time because the transmission is so close that it heats them up and they get very brittle underneath, so be careful. Now go up to your car and try the door handle. The door handle should work well. If it doesn't, they're pretty hard to fix. Give the interior a once-over. Cracks in the dash, broken speedometer, and odometer are both selling points that will draw attention away from your car. Make sure everything works well and nothing's broken. Check around. Make sure that there's no big cracks, dents, broken parts, because these cars are pretty nice when they're restored. Just to show you, my odometer gears still work after 246,000 miles, so I consider myself pretty lucky, as well as having no cracks in the dash. The speedometer does have a speed sensor in the back of the differential, and I'll show you that right now. Here is the speed sensor right there. It's about a $10 part and will take you maybe 5 minutes to install. Last but not least, you want to check the body. As you can see, my fenders are both rotted out, as well as parts of my rocker panel. That's the only problem with my car, is the bodywork is pretty bad. You can see right underneath the edge of the door and the rest of the car, there is a rust spot that does develop over time. That's pretty common for these cars, as well as the door sills. Mine has a little rusty spot at the corner. Nothing major yet. I should take care of that probably tomorrow. And then another big one is right underneath the license plate, right in the license plate lights. Right there is a rusty spot. I filled mine in with just a little bit of silver paint to try to blend it in, and I should get to that tomorrow probably. Another big one is right near the muffler, right underneath the bumper. That gets pretty rusty, as well as the muffler hangers, so make sure they're not rotted out. Rotted floorboards are also pretty common on these, as well as the gutter, it's called, right above the windows. The floorboard is a big job, and if it's all rotted out, I would not buy the car if I were you. That's my other fender is pretty rotted out, but my rocker panel on this side is not nearly as bad as the other side. And the wheel wells, these do rot out very, very quick. And the very last thing is the shocks, as well as the shock mounts. They do get messed up and do rot out over time, and I need new shocks in my car. Should cost me about $300 altogether though, so it's not horrible. Alright, so I hope that helped you out a little bit. That's just some of the very basic things that are wrong with these cars. Obviously, being that it's 26 years old, it is starting to break down in some areas. Nothing that can be not repaired, but it's just, maintenance and maintenance and maintenance. So I hope that helped out. Please like, rate, subscribe, give me some feedback on what you think about this video. I'll be making some more videos as the week goes on. So that's basically it. So thanks for watching.